Hey, ha ha ha. Look at that sick dragon. Its scales are all gone. It's about to fall apart. The last flame of Daxia's civilization is about to be completely extinguished today. What 5,000 years of heritage? Before the great Sakura taboo, it's nothing but a pile of bones. That's 19 now, all 99 prodigies have died up there. Could it be that Daxia civilization is really about to be completely erased today? Daxia's national fortune has dropped to rock bottom. Civilization faces the risk of erasure. If we lose this battle, Daxia will completely disappear from history. Hey, is Daxia really out of people? They actually sent a delivery guy up. Is he going up there to give our taboo goddess a pedicure? Daxia is really finished. Sending such an ordinary person up. It's truly a disgrace for us. We want heroes, not commoners sent to die. It's totally over. After this battle, there will be no more Daxia in this world. My name is Shen Zhuan. A few days ago, I traveled into these memories, a world with lost history. I'm a history expert by profession. The winds and frosts of 5,000 years in my past life. I want to relive them at this very moment. Am I pretty? Shen Zhuan. Don't answer, that's a deadly yanneling trap. A Daxia junior scholar. Today, Shen Zhuan summons the Motion spirit to return. With the power of heaven and earth, I rise to the crimson sky. None under heaven can override me. Let it be done immediately. What's that? Ah. uh, uh. Ah.
H.
A A A H H H H A. The entity you awakened is not in the current known civilization atlas. Calibrating its power level. Baka. Where did Daxia find this fill-in actor? Just a piece of worn yellow paper trying to suppress our taboo. Tear him to shreds for me? People from Daxia only know these cheap tricks and performances. That old man in the yellow robe, he's probably an extra dragged in from some set. That shabby talisman will blow away with a puff. It's overweight, the talisman is holding. Looks like it's smoking. It caught fire on its own. That monster is about to break free. Warning, Sakura competitive sequence initiating second sacrifice. Attack strength rises by 15%. Look, the scissors are changing color. Dough is from Daxia, be careful. Dust returns to dust, ashes to ashes. Let evil spirits reveal themselves. What did I just see? They're actually throwing rice on the stage. Is he afraid the huntress is too hungry? Spreading rice, this one Shen Zhuan summoned. Is he really reliable? That's a deadly taboo. Not a stray cat on the street. Oh. Just as expected. This level of sacrifice means I need to get serious now. Deep soul contract detected. If this vessel can't finish the job, backup space stability will drop. The table cracked. That old guy is about to be crushed. Power recalibration complete. Daxia contestant Shen Zhuan. The spirit you awaken has an independent law loop, based on neutrality of rules. I now revoke gravitational enhancement in this area. Grant this spirit complete right of rule interpretation. It's cracking. That ragged wooden table's about to collapse. Your cheap magician is about to be squashed like a pancake. Look, Shanzhuan is stepping up. You foreign barbarians only know folktales and evil spirits. Did you know that Daxia once had ancestors with mortal bodies, who upheld the balance of yin and yang?
He is a Mooshan Shangqing elder in Daxia's history.
A contemporary master of the lineage, dressed in a Taoist robe, with a peachwood sword in hand. He severed countless royal sins. A pouch of glutinous rice at his waist has pacified 10 directions of evil aura. What motion? What grandmaster? Never even heard of him. Of course you haven't, because before him, all evil spirits in the world bow their heads. Behind him are tens of thousands of shining lights, safe and unharmed.
He is the guardian of Daxia's forbidden history master Jushu.
Authentication complete. Daxia's spiritual being, Jushu, officially connects to the world stage rules. Seal released. Permission granted for ultimate skill use. Summon Sword of the Celestial Incantation. The winner is decided. Sakura Nation's contestant has violated causality eliminated. Though Daxia's forbidden's history was interrupted, Shanzhuan has shown us. Our forebears never left. National Fortune Reward received. All Daxia citizens' lifespans increased by 5 years. Even with my late-stage cancer, I actually feel stronger. Sakura. Sakura Nation requests forced home field. Next round we'll move to Sakura Nation's arena. Changing locations won't stop your doom. Switching to Sakura Nation main stage coordinates. Suppression enforced. Daxia's spirit is repelled by the rules. Mana consumption doubled. The 45% national fortune gained from devouring Sakura, plus the original 5% can't be used up at once. That's the capital for taking the next step. But Jushu's mana is now in the red zone. He must use 10% of it for targeted recovery. Ah. 5,000 years of civilization, and all that's left is this old man with a wooden sword. What a laughable struggle, even to the gods. Yoshi, did you see? On the home field of the Grand Sakura Empire, Lord Yamata only needs to maintain human form to wipe out your Taoists for good. Daxia's ants. Here on this land, you're not even qualified to look at God. Warning to Daxia's spirit. Jushu's mana reserves are dropping fast. Mortal. In the domain of gods, every breath you take is a sin. Kill him. Yoshi, kill him. Crush him like a cockroach. Squash him. Is this human form just for toying with Jushu? The home field is draining too much. I have to find his weakness quickly. If you refuse to kneel, then turn to dust in these poisonous flames. Mortal. In the realm of gods. Every breath you take is a sin. Warriors assemble. All lined up, advance. How can a mortal's wooden sword wound my essence? Impossible. With the divinity of the Yamatno or Ochi, he's actually able to hurt Lord Yamada's human body. The spiritual form held up. Jushu not only held on, but even struck back. That's the backbone of our Daxia ancestors. They never bowed, even before the gods. Lowly insect, you dare force this god to reveal my true form. If you wish to witness true destruction, then howl under the god's true form. Jushu. Daxia contestants' spirit life signs dropping into the red zone. If they can't get up in 10 seconds, Sakura Nation will be declared the winner. Countdown begins. 19, 8. Look, this is what happens when you defy the gods. Daxia's backbone has been shattered. Shenjuan, save Jushu. 32 detected. Daxia contestant Shenjuan's mental state is fluctuating violently. Law resonance activated. Do you think this is Daxia's limit? Jushu spent his life slaying demons, all to protect these countless safe homes. As long as even one person remembers his name, his power will never fade. All you see is his mortal body, but you don't know what he's carried. For Daxia during those forgotten years, with national fortune as the guide, I offer up past deeds. What is this? That year, a great disturbance shook the land of extreme yin. Disaster was about to break loose. He gave up his path to immortality. As a mere mortal, he set up a thousand-fold spirit-suppressing array.
He held back the freezing gloom for 7 days and nights.
He never prayed to the gods, because in that moment, he was the god in the eyes of the people. Master, was it worth it? If Daxia is at stake, if I don't guard it, who will? Half a lifetime bound by red string and glutinous rice. A solitary red lamp for all his days. He walked through the filthiest shadows, just to let the people of Daxia behind him sleep in peace. You thought all he held was wood. No, that's the unbreakable backbone of Daxia ancestors. It's the eternal will of righteousness that evil can't taint. History may be fractured, but the will never withers. As long as even one person in Daxia remembers his name, his power will never fade. Crazy. Is Daoist Lin really the god looking down on us? Do you see that? That's Daxia's gatekeeper. Even if time breaks apart, as long as that everlasting lamp is ignited in the hearts of the young, he can forever protect the land. This type of unsealing is totally unpredictable. Every time Shenjuan fills in a piece of his history, that Daoist divine power multiplies geometrically. His arm grows explosively stronger. This isn't a regular arena battle at all. It's recreating a miracle. Look. Countless memories are actually manifesting as real laws. taboos enforced. Is there truly no upper limit? Rule adjustment. Dacia's immortal ancestor Jushu forcibly cancels out the home field's negative restrictions. Real-time battle power assessment doubled. What? Yang fire blood explosion. Warning. Sakura Nation's home field rules compromised by 48%. Yamata no Orochi's divinity fractures. Divine defense decreasing. Impossible, that's a god's body. How could mortal glutinous rice cause real harm? Jushu, such despicable Dacia people. What exactly did you do? Dacia strikes back. According to history, Maotian cultivators defeated demons in Shaanxi, struck their weak points, cut off their life force. Today, let this divine blood bear witness to Dacia's broken legacy. Judged, Dacia competitor Shen. Sean reveals a weak point rule. Temporary bonus to Dacia's immortal lineage. Yamata no Orochi Slayer falls. Sakura Nation's host privileges shut down by force. Wow. Warning, coordinates forcibly shifted. Indian competitor activates fate causality. Locks onto Dacia competitor. Shen Zhuan, your Taoist is already spent. Before the great destroyer, Mahadeva, all civilizations will return to nothingness. Jushu's ancestor's body fights not alone. As one who carries 5,000 years of lost history, I invoke this nation's destiny. To replenish your vital energy, the moment this arena opened, I felt the air quality index in the venue go off the charts. Even my rhinitis is acting up. Though we tactically support the Indian team, this overly pungent battle environment is tough to tolerate. How did this environment even get past the arbiter's review? So this is your Indian holy water? Such enchanting divine fragrance. Here, every speck of dust contains Mahadeva's power of destruction. Shen Zhuan, you will die in the purest sacred ground. Shen Zhuan, in the god's fire of annihilation. Even your soul will be erased. That old man with the wooden sword can't draw any more talismans. Do you see that? That is the supreme law of destruction. Let the flame of Dacia's culture be extinguished today. Long live Mahadeva. Destroy all these despicable fractured civilizations. So terrified they can't move a muscle. Baby, attack while Jushu is distracted. You three, do you have any shame at all? I'm Shen Zhuan, a humble Dacia descendant. Today I beseech the exorcist god Zhang Kui to return. Master Jushu slew demons, so that the mortal world could know peace. Yet you speak human words, all while preying on the weak soiled by evil acts. For fakes like you who call yourselves gods, Dacia has iron-faced judges of its own. Where did this three-eyed imp come from? To flaunt your foul miasma before Grandpa? This river water's perfect for cleaning Grandpa's boots. Yeah. Stop, Mahadeva. The god is invincible. You red-robed freak. You're just a spent force. A spent force. You only see his iron face pleading, so you call him a monster. See his red robe and blood blade, so you call him a fiend. Do you even know where his unrivaled exorcist power truly comes from? If such a freak became the top scholar, wouldn't the world laugh at our dynasty's lack of talent? Seize his achievements. Banish him from the hall. Such a world that judges by appearances. Such a universe where reason is always right. He outshined all others, but was abandoned for his looks by the mundane world. He was full of devotion, but deemed a freak by the foolish. That fateful collision shattered the old dynasty's decay. That one headlong crash birthed the fiercest soul in Dashia's history. Such a hero enters the underworld.
He should be crowned Saint of Exorcism. Hey,
Misunderstood in life, but after death, he guards humanity for eternity. He slays ghosts, and I face my own heart. Counterfeit gods of India, using false divinity for violence, and slandering me before Zhongkui, the great exorcist god. Your river full of bones is nothing but snacks for his wine. Great exorcist Zhongkui. These fakes commit evil in the name of gods. Sever their endless cycles. Dig out their evil third eye. See that? That is Dashia's true justice. So what if he's strange in appearance? As long as he bears righteousness, he's the war god that guards the ages. Dashia's competitor has astonishing mental endurance. He can actually boost the spirit's power in real time by filling the missing pieces of history. This totally violates conservation of energy. Shunned by the world in life? Shanshan's commentary is so bold. Gotta show these fake gods what's what. Where's the arbiter now? Why not accuse Dashia of cheating? That three-eyed fiend, Shen Zhuan, his eyes are pretty bright. Might as well dig them out for Grandpa's appetizer. What do you think? Ruling. Exorcist god Zhongkui of Dashia has anti-evil judgment. Mahadeva's domain is a destruction field, ruled as suppressed by evil aura. Effect is reversed. Grandpa, in life I died crashing into the mirrored hall. After death, I became the judge who devoured all the world's vengeful spirits. Your foreign demonic fire dares to burn Dashia's ritual hall? Mahadeva, use your eye of destruction to kill him. Kill him. Burn that red-robed monster to ashes along with Shen Zhuan. Even this trick can't fool Zhongkui, committing acts of violence under the guise of the gods. Sever their reincarnation. Blind their evil eyes. Acknowledged. The Asan spirit has been completely annihilated. Judge that contestant Asan's soul has collapsed. All vital signs erased. Ah, Daxia wins again. Fate devouring begins. Current national destiny has reached 100% full capacity. Perfect state. Finally saved up enough. The foundations of national destiny left from fighting hard in the previous 2 rounds. After absorbing 15% from AN, it is now completely fulfilled. Overflow detected. Fortune judgment. All subsequent seized national fortune will be automatically converted to Daxia's gain. National physique strengthening feedback, etc. Contestants can use a portion of national fortune now. Heal both character and self-injuries. I feel like I have limitless strength. The carry time has gotten shorter. My mental load has reached the limit. But I must secure more interest for Daxia Zing. Switching coordinates to the British Empire. Colosseum, ancient castle ruins. Shen Zhuan and Zhang Kui's brute force really made those Asan natives lose face. But in the great Dark Knight Empire, physical attacks are just pointless resistance. Your red-robed giant can't even touch the hem of my clothes. Here, we are immortal and indestructible. Uncle Ju. Switching coordinates to the British Empire. Colosseum. Rule update. Western dark creatures receive Knight's blessing. All physical attack judgments automatically miss by 80%. Shenjuan, this is the iron law of the world arena. On home turf in corresponding regions, your Doist tricks are used up. That bearded giant is like a blindfolded bear. Can't even touch the count's hem? The noble count is immune to physical attacks. Daxia's civilization ends here. Where did this foreign brat come from? How dare you show off your broken soul in front of me? Do you really think your grandpa's eyes are just for show? Think that by physically shifting, you can escape the judgment of Daxia's spirits? In his life, Zhang Kui was an exorcist. After death, he was conferred as the great exorcist god. He never cut down flesh and blood, but strikes down evil itself at its core. Underworld fire reveals shadows. This flame can actually scorch the essence of my soul. Since you're here, stay and be Grandpa's appetizer. Power weight recalibrating. Shen Zhuan, contestant of Great Xia, the second immortal soul you have awakened, possesses the dual laws of judgment and reaping. The physical immunity of the Empire of the Sun never sets home field is ineffective against her. A noble vampire will never be captured by such barbaric force. Phase into the void. Run. His Excellency the Earl possesses the divinity of spatial displacement. That bloated Great Xia giant simply cannot catch up with an elegant vampire. Within my domain of judgment, from the highest heavens to the deepest underworld, where can you vile creatures hide? Spatial lockdown confirmed. The Earl of the Sun never sets has lost escape privileges. Good, just like that. Crush his chest. Let Great Xia witness the terror of the age of God's bloodline. In the eyes of that expert, your current form is merely a chewy side dish to go with wine. Warning, detecting him. Illegal off-field interference law triggered. Protective barrier activated. Warning, abnormal movement detected in the Western God seats. This seat is crossing dimensions. Connecting to the gods, a high-level will from the council is attempting to forcibly intervene. How dare a pseudo-god from an exotic land slaughter my kin? The rules are set by the strong. The Western divine envoy is forcibly overdrawing the council's divinity, interfering with the fairness of the arena. Law logic damaged. Requesting mandatory causal correction. Audit. This is a sanction directly descended from the council members. Great Xia's Circus Act ends now. Before the justice of Great Xia, illegal interferers shall suffer the heavy judgment of thunder. Great Xia permits it. Junior Shen Zhuan today petitions the immortal judge Bao Zhang to manifest. How is this possible? Sea breeze and fierce fire beneath the azure sky. Burning with selfless intent. Law reconstruction complete. Great Xia's third-tier immortal, Bao Zhang, is connecting for judgment. This unit possesses the highest level of judgment weight. You petty scoundrels despise the law. You shall be executed by the statutes. We are law reconstruction complete. The Western divine envoy, due to forced interference in the arena process, has been stripped of order immunity. The current area is taken over by the immortal Bao Zhang's code of law. I shall serve as the notary to record this trial. I am the messenger acting on the will of the gods, the incarnation of God maintaining the order of this arena. Shen Xuan, you lowly mortal, how dare you let this black-faced undead judge me? Clergy in charge of the rules. Protest. This is a violation of the supreme arbitration power of the international arena. Great Xia dares to use such bloody lynching on a divine envoy. That is the embodiment of rules. To judge him is to judge order itself. Release the envoy. Great Xia civilization is indeed an evil and barbaric race. In your eyes, the envoy acting on divine will means might is order. Ambush is the rule. But that is not how the etiquette of my Great Xia works. During his life, Lord Bo served as the prefect of Kaifeng in Great Xia, wielding the 3 copper guillotines, dragon, tiger, and dog. From imperial relatives and nobles above, to common thugs and villains below, all who violated the law and discipline could not escape the guillotine. You use the name of order to commit the act of assassination. In the laws of my Great Xia, this is a grave crime of deceiving heaven and earth and despising justice. In this high court, how can we allow your sophistry? And, as a member of the clergy, knowing the law yet breaking it, attempting to interfere with the fairness of the heavenly Tao with private desires. Today, under the witness of all nations, I shall uphold the law and execute justice. High-dimensional causal intervention detected. The Western divine envoy is sacrificing his divine soul to forcibly summon the goddess of justice. Order projection. Determined that the intervention complies with the desperate survival law. The judgment is temporarily at a stalemate. Great goddess of justice, this mortal dares to profane your divine majesty with filthy copper guillotines. Please send down a divine decree to completely erase this great Shia civilization. Look, that is the true incarnation of justice. Compared to great Shia's backward judgment, this is absolute truth. The goddess has descended. Judge that black-faced monster. Justice belongs only to the West. Great Shia's just as a joke. Goddess of justice? In your mouths. Your so-called justice is but a fig leaf to cover up tyranny. This envoy knew the law yet broke it, attempting to use death as an apology to escape great Xiao's legal punishment. Before Lord Wei, there is only ironclad evidence of sin, not illusory divine power. Lord Bao wields the second guillotine of Kaifeng, the tiger head guillotine, specifically for corrupt officials and those who break the law they enforce. I don't care if you are a god or a demon. As long as you disrupt the law of Great Xia, you will be crushed without exception. Using national destiny as a guide to manifest peace. The land of Chenju was scorched for 1,000 miles. The starving people were driven to trade children for food. The imperial uncle Peng Yi, relying on the Grand Tutor's power, during the disaster relief in Chenju, embezzled grain provisions, and even mixed sand into the porridge, causing the tragic deaths of tens of thousands. How bold, Bao Zhang! I have the Grand Tutor's command arrow in hand. Who dares to seize me? The law has no room for sentiment. Even if you are an imperial relative, it cannot compensate for the 10,000 wronged souls of Chenju. Oh, in these black robes, not a speck of dust is stained. Only because he knows deeply that a single drop of ink from a corrupt official's pen is 1,000 lines of blood and tears in the eyes of the people. The current imperial son-in-law Chen Shimei abandoned his wife and children. To protect his wealth and glory, he even sent assassins to hunt down his original wife. Qin Shanglian brought her children to the capital to sue, and the petition was placed on Bao Zhang's desk. The Empress Dowager arrived in person, threatening him with dismissal. The princess, with disheveled hair, knelt in the hall to block him. Bao Zhang, you are nothing but a servant of the imperial family. You dare kill the emperor's son-in-law? Even if I must lose this official position, even if the justice built with this broken body and bones must never be severed. Before the law, emperor and commoner are guilty alike. What he executes is not a person, but that tyranny that has run rampant for 1,000 years, and that insufferable arrogance. That guillotine blade actually carries the faith of 10,000 people and an unyielding legal will. Why is it that our gods, under his sharp edge, cannot even manifest their laws? Shenzhuan, open the gate. Let these pseudo-gods see exactly how heavy the justice of my great Shah is. Great Shah's justice is being used to suppress the law with power. Determining that the tiger head guillotine has absolute restraint weight against crimes committed by law enforcers. Yeah. Even if you can disperse the dark domain of rules, you can't do anything to me. Based on the judgment laws of Great Khua's immortal Bo Zheng, any individual in the defendant's seat will lose their divine authority. Protective divinity defense is being zeroed out. No, this is the divinity I was bestowed with. Mortal, how dare you strip away the gift of the gods? He is stripping away the divinity. This exceeds the energy limit of the international arena. What exactly is the rank of this great Shah judge? Divinity? That is but a shell you use to hide your sins. Under the justice of great Xia, once you shed this skin, you are nothing more than a prisoner who abused power and treated human life like grass. Lord Bao once said, "The law does not flatter the noble, and the plumb line does not bend for the crooked." Stripping your divinity today is to let all the gods and demons of the heavens see clearly. Justice never has a rank. It is decided by heavenly principles. Your divinity was entirely the faith offered by all living beings. Yet you used it to harm them. Divinity removed. True form revealed. Shanzhuan, push it to the guillotine. Divinity stripping complete. Determined that the defendant has returned to mortal status. Execution process is legal. This is... Open the guillotine! Open the guillotine! Shixuan, you are summoning 3 immortals alone. Your body won't be able to handle it. God save me! The backbone of the children of Great Shah is much tougher than you imagine. Uncle Zhu, suppress the yang. Zhang Kui, slay the evil. Lord Bao, judge the soul. Before the 3 immortals of my great Xia, false gods like you can only submit to the law. The great Xia immortals have joined forces to lock down space. The Western gods have nowhere to run. The execution begins. Opening. Great Xia wins again. Due to the illegal operations of the empire on which the sun never sets, 80% of its national fortune has been stripped away. Since Great Xia's national fortune is already full, this 80% will be fully fed back to the citizens of Great Xia. The consumption of the 3 immortals, Uncle Zhu, Zhang Kui, and Lord Bao, is frantically draining my mental strength to sustain them. I can't hold on much longer. This is the extranational fortune, restoring our bodies and spirits. Since the laws here have been set, we shall first return to the ancestral temple to stabilize the national pulse. Young man, remember not to overextend your soul. Sigh. Coordinates switched. IT Federation Regional Arena rules updated. The IT Federation Arena gains the Dominator of the Sea's petrification causality. Intensity increased by 100%. People of Great Xia, this is the ultimate curse of Olympus. Within Medusa's vision, even gods will turn into eternal stone. Warning, the petrification law has locked onto the Great Xia contestant. Shenzhuan, the attack is judged to have irreversible divinity. Currently, there is no immunity. Great Xia is petrified. He has completely frozen the Great Xia civilization. At this moment, causality is invincible. Great Xia's winning streak ends here. Causality. Sai, how can you defend against something like this? Shenzhuan can't even move now. The curse of causality. In your eyes, unexplainable malice is a miracle. But in the long river of Great Shah's history, there was once a couple who used their bodies as the furnace and their souls as the guide, infusing a lifetime of sorrow and fortitude into a long sword. If we speak of soul bonds spanning 1,000 years, the sages of Great Xia are the true source of all ancestors. Shen Zhuan, a humble junior of Great Xia, today requests the eternal sword soul Moi to win by a narrow margin. She. In this life, I am only bound by the threads of love. Why should I fear the coldness of stubborn stone? Great Xia immortal Moi enters the field. Soul threads judged. Causality locked. Excellent, those are Moi's soul threads. Souls can't be petrified, right? It's useless. Under Medusa's direct gaze, any soul will be permanently exiled into a gray stone seed. Woman of Great Xia turned to stone. Hit by the death light. A direct hit. That Great Xia woman is beyond saving. Look. Even Shen Zhuan behind her is being petrified. Do you really think Moi is just a sword soul? She is a soul of utmost passion and character, and even more in Great Xia's forging civilization. She is the incarnation of causality who sacrificed her life for righteousness. Within Moi's silk threads lies 1,000 years of undying obsession and the pull of reunion. But in your eyes, Medusa, there is only destruction and petrification. You only know the curse of destruction in Medusa's eyes, but you don't know that a sage of Great Xia once used her body as a furnace and her soul as a guide to forge a causal bond of love that spans 1,000 years. Using the national fortune as a guide, the source of the passionate sword soul opens. The king of Wu ordered the sword to be forged in 3 months. Only 3 days remain. Failure meant the execution of the entire family. In the history of Great Xia, sword forging has never been just a craft. Metal is a heartless thing. Without the blood of ultimate passion, to ignite the furnace, even with 10,000 years of charcoal fire, this stubborn causality could not be melted. These red threads carry 1,000 years of undying obsession. Medusa, your petrification is a gaze of malice. But Moi's soul threads are the final judgment of causality. This savage way of awakening. That Great Xia woman actually jumped into the furnace herself. Why does this destructive sacrifice produce a resonance of passion that even makes gods feel suppressed? Do you see it? This is the fortitude of a great Kriya woman, using the body as a furnace, continuing love with blood. What these red threads pull is not rope. It is 1,000-year, undying obsession. Incomprehensible! This suicidal causal logic has never appeared in Western mythology. Medusa's law of release is destruction, but the law of these red threads is stitching and protection. The guardian is being forced to change masters. Great Xia immortal Moi's causality authority is higher than Medusa's. Curse authority. Causality locked. Enforce the stitching procedure. Causality versus causality. Moi, stitch her eyes shut. These red threads are burning my soul. Impossible. She actually ignored the petrifying gaze and forcibly interfered with the release of the curse. 1,000 years of loneliness. Sleep forever within these blood-red threads. It's useless. Those are Medusa's eyes of truth. Whether it's flesh or soul, as long as they are seen, they are destined to turn into stone. The scales are tipping. Medusa's divinity is being crushed by those red threads. You revere her as the master of petrification, but you don't know that our Moise sacrificed her soul for the sword, the master of all causality that continues love. Medusa, your eyes can only see hatred and destruction, but Moi's soul threads connect an obsession that remains unchanged through life and death. Before these eternal threads of love, your causality has nowhere to hide. Break the evil, use the soul as a guide. Stitch her eyes. No, this is a backlash. My body is turning to stone, save me. Divinity judged. The chain of causality is completely broken. Medusa's divine body petrification rate has reached 100%, entering the collapse phase. No, this is impossible. I am the darling of Olympus. Medusa, stand up. Our god was completely obliterated by that great Shah woman. Stitched shut. That woman actually stitched a god's eyes shut. Half of the IT Federation contestants' body has already turned gray. The law of causality is actually attacking the summoner himself. IT Federation battle ends. Great Shah wins, devouring 50% of Medusa. Mental origin energy overflows, automatically converting into an awakening blessing for the national consciousness. My mind feels clearer. What? That scientific research? Problem has been solved. Fantastic! I see. The previous burden was a mortal body resisting divine power. But now, my consciousness is connected to Great Shia's 5,000 years of national pulse. From now on, I am no longer bearing the immortals alone, but serving as a gateway. As long as the national pulse remains, my will shall never fade. Causality seeks its own. Retribution is swift. This Moi sword slays false divinity and continues the undying flame of my Great Shah. Crazy. Great Shah has won 3 rounds in a row. What exactly was that red thread just now? A causality weapon. It can even reflect the petrifying deathlight. Protest. This devouring speed of Great Shah will break the global balance of civilizations. Our gods are like lambs to the slaughter before them. The deep-sea energy veins, those resources should have been ours. Now they've all been plundered by Great Shah. Thank you so much this time. IT Federation battle ends. Great Shah wins. National fortune reward, territorial sea resources doubled. Great! Applying to fight against the stateless. Coordinates reset. Returning to the Great Shah regional arena. Oh. Uncle Ju killed the great serpent and Moi destroyed Medusa. Medusa was indeed powerful, but your immortals are all consumables. Now it's time for our true trump card. Coordinates have been reset. Great Xia Arena. Locking onto the Sakura Nation contestant. Permission granted to enter and challenge. Judgment. Great Xia's national fate has recovered to 100%. Great Xia Arena triggers national fate enhancement effect. Great Sha's celestial energy consumption reduced. Mental and willpower defense increased. The remnants of Great Sha. In this everlasting night domain, you are now nothing but a pile of rotten flesh waiting to die. Judgment Sakura Nation Forbidden's Tengyu activates its law. Eternal Dark Domain. Due to Great Shia's National Fate Revival, Dark Domain perception deprivation weakened by 30%. Shenjuan. So what if you manage to hold back a bit of blood? In the Tengyu's night, you won't even have a shadow left to beg for mercy. Great Sakura Empire is invincible. We will reclaim the honor that belongs to us. It's so dark, but look, the National Fate Golden Dragon still shines. Shenjuan will definitely see it. Go Shenjuan. The light has faded. Eternal night. You sit in this tiny corner, ignorant of the world. But you don't know that Great Sha's thunder magic reaches the heavens and penetrates the underworld. A certain kind of light is born from chaos, yet it can shatter eternal darkness. Great Sha Celestial Ling Zhang Daoling connects. Due to the National Fate enhancement, Angel's magical power is boosted by an extra 20%. Black Jade Law is being forcibly collapsed. Eternal night.
Done.
No matter how strong, determined, Tengyu possesses void devouring attribute, forcibly absorbing thunder energy. Warning, energy density too high. Great Xia Arena spatial stability drops to 85%. Devour him. That's the last thunder seed of Great Xia. Tengyu devours the sun. It doesn't just consume sunlight. Even your so-called heavenly priest magic is merely its nourishment. Shenjuan. Your thunder magic is just walking into the trap before the Tengu's right mouth. It's as if you're handing yourself over. Tengyu's current devouring may seem unstoppable, but it's actually forcibly containing a will of judgment it can't digest. Every bolt of lightning carries the secret thunder seal of the sect. The more it devours, the worse the imbalance of yin and yang within. You don't know. It can command divine thunder. Nor do you know that this great Xia ancestral celestial master faced the chaos of a demon-ridden era, with a single gesture stabilized the world, and lived blessed with Taoist virtue. With our ancestral celestial master and great Xia, we can suppress evil for ages. Why must the people suffer such slaughter? If there's no way to save the world, then what's the use of reading the classics? Official Zheng, His Majesty values your talent. You are specially appointed as prefect of Zhengzhou. Please follow me quickly. Return to the capital for your investiture. The position of prefect cannot cure the nation's ills. Zhang Daoling, a mortal who cultivates the Tao, yet you dare venture alone into my 6 demons' forbidden land, seeking death by mandate of heaven. Eliminate evil, destroy demons, thunder descend. In that battle, he established the yin-yang covenant. The talismans in his hand are not just paper. They are the steadfast contract of Great Xia's ancestors' justice. Wherever there are demons causing chaos, there will be the sound of the Celestial Master's thunder. If you leave, Celestial Master, who will stop the demons when they return? as long as the lineage endures. I have never truly left.
Mm-hmm.
In life, he subdued demons by law. In death, he protects the nation with his soul. Sakura Tengu, your void devouring, in the face of the celestial master's law of justice, is nothing but furnace ash to be refined. Detected, chaotic energy structure inside the Tengju. Judgment, yin-yang imbalance, critical point approaching. Impossible that old Taoist life scenes actually threw the Tengyu's energy into chaos, created a disturbance. What kind of subtle karmic connection is this? Did you see that? This is our great Xia's ancestral celestial master. He cultivated in the mountains, not to escape, but to seek hope for the people in troubled times, to give the people a chance at survival. Medusa's vow is a curse, but this man's lightning is the divine order's summoned spirit. There is no logical dead end at all. True Five Thunders law. Internally tempers weapons, externally subdues evil, channels lightning within.
Locked.
Impossible! That's great Sha's trap. Secret technique, shadow stone sharing longevity. Shangshuan wants the Tengyu's life, so he'll take mine first. Swallow it, along with this will of the heavens. Swallow it all together. If Great Xia endures this wave, its celestial spirit's power will be exhausted. You think burning that lowly evil blood can stand up to divine fury? Celestial Master's method. Forge lightning with fire. Specializes in burning evil souls. Lightning contracts. Worlds converge as one. Celestial Master issues the command. Righteous alliance prevails. True Five Thunders by divine order. Break. How is this possible? This tribulation. Great Xia devours 10% of Tengu's void origin. Since national fate is already at maximum, the overflow of energy automatically transforms into a complete nationwide rebirth. Judgment. Sakura Nation's national fate is zeroed out. Territory will sink into the sea on command. Citizens cannot leave national borders. All citizens must return to the nation and devour Sakura's night authority. National feedback. Unlimited electricity for all of Great Xia. Magnetic shield covers all territory. Nordic representative pays 10% national fate for home field force switch. The thunder technique you unleashed is interesting, but compared to true world-ending lightning to Thor, you're still far behind.
Thor?
Current coordinates. Rule change to Nordic arena. Nordic celestial beings gain home field, thunder power bonus attack, with destructive aftershocks, and ignores 30% magic defense. Has Shenzhuan ever seen true apocalyptic thunder? That is Odin's son, the mightiest war god in Norseland. Thor's thunder magic is kinda interesting, but that's just technique. Thor represents raw power. Feel the terror of being dominated by the thunder god's hammer. Now, that's a real thunder god. This is the Norse home arena. That old man from Great Xia is being suppressed so much his magic power is collapsing. In Norse mythology, Sir Thor wields thunder with giant strength, set to shatter all matter. In your civilizations, thunder represents destructive force. But in Great Xia, though thunder is formidable, it's no greater than spirit. The Celestial Master has broken the night for Great Xia. Next, in this test of pure strength, it's time for the undefeated and righteous war god to appear. To show the younger generation, today Shenzhuan summons war god Xingshen. At the foot of Changyang Mountain, even with a severed head, The banner cannot be taken. Now, let's see. Whose apocalyptic thunder is tougher? Or if Great Xia's war god's backbone is stronger? What kind of monster is that? It can still fight without a head. Impossible. That's an artifact that survived Ragnarok. How can it be stopped by a headless monster? That monster's strength keeps rising. Even Thor's thunder can't destroy its body. Thunder not only fells trees and subdues evil, it also tempers divine weapons. The Celestial Master is using true 5 thunders to empower Xingshan, converting that brutal Nordic thunder into our Great Xia war god's breakthrough wind. In Great Xia, that's called using force against force. It is also the unity of civil and military. Thor's hammer can shatter matter, but not this will pass down through the ages. The Celestial Master stands behind him. It's not just the hammer that breaks, but also your false divinity. It's not over yet. Divinity sacrifice. Let Ragnarok explode for me. This is the prelude to Ragnarok. In the thunder that destroys the world, no god of war can survive. Disappear, Great Xia. Warning. Detected at the highest level. Divinity self-destruct. Stability of the Nordic arena space has dropped to 30%. Blow it up. That was Thor's final divinity self-destruction. It's enough to erase the foundation of an entire second-tier civilization. How is this possible? Nordic divinity sacrifice seeks nothingness after destruction. But the will of Great Xia's god of war is to be reborn in destruction. Xingshan dances with his axe and shield, not just for battle, but to prove the determination that even when the body dies and the soul vanishes, we'll never bow to fate. Previous century. Yeah. Ah, lowly mortals dare to stare at the throne of gods. Kneel and I might let you keep your body intact. People of Great Xia only kneel to heaven, earth, and their parents. Never to cowardly thieves like you. Kill. He lost in your cold logic. Leaving his phone equals the end of his soul. But in Great Xia's bloodline, the body is just a vessel. The battle is only beginning. Insane. No head. How is he breathing? How is he tracking our aura? This is the backbone of Great Xia.
Thor.
Your hammer can shatter matter, but it cannot break the spirit that survives thousands of years and refuses to retreat. Stability of Thor's remnant apparition dropped to critical point. Divine hammer is fractured. Your last cover should also be shredded. Do you see it? This is the resolve of our ancestors. Heads may fall, but will cannot be taken. Shut up, Lord Thor. Smash it for me. Erase this anomaly that shouldn't exist. Uh, uh. Nordic contestant eliminated. Round ended. Great Xia wins again. Absorbed 50% of Thor. Destroyed divine core. Overflow energy activated. Ultimate feedback. Great Xia national law. King activated. It's this thing again. Warning. Illegal law detected entering or exiting world arena. Underlying code forcibly rewritten. Divine sword. That's the ultimate weapon of the God's Council. Shen Zhuan is doomed. That's the power of the law. Not something humans can withstand. Space is collapsing. Shen Zhuan's body is turning transparent. This is the price of angering the God's Council. Such high-risk erasure. How will Great Xia block it? Shen Zhuan. Hold on. What's with that giant hand? Even the Arbiter can't block it. I don't know who you are, or which so-called high power that hand comes from. But I do know. The backbone of Great Xia has never existed to submit. If the rules demand our erasure, then we'll reshape them ourselves. Late scholar of Great Shamoism, Shen Zhuan here beseeches the human emperor Zhuan Yuan to descend and protect our country. My people will never let you dictate to us. He is the cultural ancestor of Great Xia, the first to secure the nation and bring stability. The meaning of this sword's existence is to tell these false gods of the universe. Great Xia's fate can only be decided by Great Xia itself. Judgment passed. Great Xia celestial spirit Zhuan Yuan connected. Dimensional reduction strike is being forcibly neutralized. Law level. Human Emperor, God of War Xingshen Thunder Law Priest. Follow me, the Emperor, to expand our land. Detected interdimensional causality intervention. Great Xia celestial spirit Zhuan Yuan is forcibly correcting damaged laws. Erasure command deemed invalid. Impossible. That was an absolute kill command from the council. How could it be stopped by an ancient sword? That sword aura is severing the law. Ancestors of Great Xia are actually challenging the order of the Creator. The order you speak of is founded on destroying countless civilizations. Hypocrisy, our ancestor Zhuan Yuan of Great Xia opened mountains and tamed valleys, established laws. His sword brought not just the power to kill, but endless prosperity for the people. This sword aura born to protect. Cold mechanical will like yours will never understand. Ancestor, please sever these chains. Great Xia's territory. Demons and gods must halt. Illegal invasion carrier destroyed. Sky rift forcibly closed for Great Xia. Contestant Shen Zhuan survival determination successful. Though the ancestor's sword is strong, this strike consumes the fortune and essence that has protected Great Xia for 5,000 years. Ancestor must return to the ancestral temple to stabilize the national fate. It must be handed over to the emperor who conquered the 6 realms and then built the Great Wall to secure the nation. Round ended. Human Emperor's sword severs divine hand. Great Xia's destiny completes ultimate transformation. National fortune reward. Great Xia completely frees itself from false god's order. Civilization ignition upgraded. Warning, detected maximum divine resonance. Gods from other countries have breached the principle of fairness, forcibly activating the final annihilation program. This is the will of the gods' true bodies combined. Shen Zhuan, even if you summon the ancestor, with the world's gods encircling you, Great Xia is destined to be wiped out. This time there's no accident. This is the complete reckoning of divine civilization against mortal civilization. You don't understand the power of mortals at all. Great Xia once had an emperor who conquered the 6 realms, abolished feudal divisions and established counties, and laid the foundation for the people for countless generations. He didn't need the favor of the gods, because standing there, he was the one and only eternal emperor in history. Late disciple of great Xia Shenzhuan, I now beseech Emperor Qinshi Wang Yingzheng to sweep across the 6 realms. Law determines Great Xia's ultimate celestial spirit. Yingzheng intervenes. Attribute determined. Human rule dominator. Divinity suppression effect reduced by 90%. Yingzheng. This world has always been a chessboard laid by the gods. Seeking unification is defying heaven. Under my feet is the mortal world. If heavenly law blocks me, I will overthrow the heavens. Abolish feudal divisions and establish counties. Unify language and set the same carriage tracks. Yes, sire. He doesn't need divine recognition, for he himself is the rule maker. He swept away not only the 6 states, but also the false divinity dependent on power and privilege. Yingzheng, you build this great wall to keep the gods outside? It's just a feudal struggle. I am expanding territory, sweeping the 4 frontiers, and securing the eternal foundation of Great Xia. Even if I die in battle, I will become a dragon soul, protecting Great Xia for eternity. In his lifetime, he sought immortality and guarded the country. While he reigns, false gods can only stand in the clouds, never daring to step foot in the mortal world. Today he returns, and he will rewrite this Ragnarok. Impossible. That is not just a simple defense structure, but a physical barrier of civilization. Why is the will of our gods blocked by a stone wall? Crazy, each person's history. Records that he hunted gods 2,000 years ago. Under heaven, all land is royal land. To the edge of the land, all are royal subjects. Where are the soldiers of the great Qin? Charge through the desert. Look, this is the backbone of Great Xia. The heroic spirits of ancestors never perish, and the fortune of Great Xia is forever prosperous. Judging the Nordic region arena, due to insufficient energy capacity, permanently destroying coordinates, forced reformation, returning to the Daxia region arena. Daxia's national fortune has reached its peak, triggering the ultimate blessing. Daxia's immortal level legion gains a peace and prosperity shield, ignoring all rules, death-like adjudication attack, infused with 5,000 years of Daxia civilization's karmic impact. This defies logic. On their home turf, the gods jointly suppress with their rules, but it was actually reverse-locked. They thought that joining forces in a new place could conceal the heavens and earth here, but in my Daxia's home field, mortals are the masters. Even gods must bow their heads. I have unified the 6 kingdoms. The world is now one.
Today,
I will show you what it means for humanity to shape the laws. Daxia's home field rules fully activated. The gods are constantly suffering backlash from the golden dragon of fortune. Their divine defense is collapsing. The arrays are breaking apart. These are with the true forms of 12 gods, an impending and uncontrollable doom. Why can't they suppress the cries of those mortals? Daxia's first emperor Qin Shi Huang is using the mountains and rivers as a formation, turning the entire arena into Daxia's territory. Here mortals are the masters. Even gods must bow their heads. The so-called twilight of the gods. Before Daxia's will is just a haze destined to be swept clean. From you the great taming the floods to Qin Shi Huang unifying the land. Every step we have taken has been to defy the heavenly order, to wage war against fate. Today we seek not just a clean victory, but to let all realms know Daxia must never be insulted. I have unified the 6 kingdoms. The world is one. Built the Great Wall to stabilize the dragon veins of the 9 provinces. For my Daxia, to protect our nation. Today, under the witness of all nations, I shall seal away this false starry sky. The final outcome is decided. Daxia completely claims the throne, granted the right to modify the arena rules of national fortune. Karmic reinforcement complete. Confirmed, Daxia civilization's fire has achieved dimensional transcendence. From now on, the rules of the world arena are defined by Daxia. Descendants, I pass this nation on to you. Guard it well. Let this golden age last forever. Descendant Shen Zhuan accepts the decree. Daxia's taboos. Though history was once broken because of you, the flame of civilization never died in the ashes. From this day on, the rules of the world arena are set by Daxia. Those who follow Daxia will see their civilization thrive. Those who oppose will vanish without a trace. This world finally belongs to Daxia. Daxia eternal. Prosperity for all ages.